Alright, fellow nomads, today we're in the historic town of Xochimilco. Xochimilco is located in South Mexico City. It was settled by the Xochimilcas in the 10th century CE. The Xochimilcas were the first of 7 Nahuatl tribes to settle the Mexican Valley, the last being the Aztecs, or the Mexica, in the 15th century CE. The Aztecs subsequently conquered the Xochimilcas, and this area became the breadbasket of the Aztec Empire for many, many decades. The Xochimilcas created man-made islands called Chinampas, and these islands produced many types of agricultural products all year around. So they were very fertile and very effective for feeding the people of the Aztec Empire. So today we're going to ride one of the famous trajineras. We're going to see these man-made islands that still exist today and are still used to produce agriculture. So it's going to be a very neat experience. So I hope you enjoy this adventure, and let's go explore Xochimilco. Now we're at the Manuela Sanez Metro bus stop in Coyoacan, Mexico City, and we're heading towards the legendary waterways of Xochimilco. Okay, we're approaching the Manuela Sanez platform on our way to Xochimilco, and let's see what bus we have to catch to get to the borough of Xochimilco. And according to my research, we have to take the bus towards Preparatoria 1. Alright, we're now on the bus, heading to Xochimilco. It's definitely a full bus, very packed ride today. We've just arrived at Estación Preparatoria 1. This is the last Metro bus stop on the South Line, heading towards Xochimilco. And one thing I learned today when I got on the bus is that the carriages are actually segregated between the men and the women. So I actually got on an exclusively female carriage, and I was politely told to move towards the men's side. And as you can see here, this is the mixed area, so I guess if you're a couple or a family, right? And there's no exclusively men's area. It's mixed and women's. So, you learn something every day. Alright, let's head towards Xochimilco. Alright. Now we're outside of the Preparatoria 1 station, and just to give you guys an idea of how to get to Xochimilco from here, you have to go to that gray bus stop that you see in the distance and take the purple bus, which will arrive shortly. The purple bus will take you directly to the boats. So let's head that way. Alright, here comes the purple bus that will take us to the Xochimilco docks. Okay, we're now on the purple bus heading towards the Xochimilco docks to take a boat ride on one of the famous trajineras. That's what the traditional boats are called in Xochimilco, trajineras. Now we're walking through the town of Xochimilco, heading to the Embarcadero Cantago. That's the main port where you'll find most of the trajineras. So the normal price for a trajinera is 750 pesos, but if you bargain with the trajinera captains, you can get them down, and I got one down to about 400 pesos. So 400 pesos is around 22 US dollars approximately. Alright, before I head down, I think I'm going to try some of this fruit punch here. This looks pretty appetizing. Let's see what they got. Hola, ¿cómo está? Está frío, ¿verdad? ¿Está frío? Sí. Sí. ¿Qué es eso? ¿Esta? Sí. Sandía. chía.
Limón con chía, piña colada, horchata.
Okay.
Tenemos tepache, tenemos pepino con limón, jamaica, alfalfa con apio, zarzamora, frutas.
Okay.
Y arriba tenemos los en español y en inglés.
Sí, excelente. All right, let's see what I want here. Y fresa con frutas, por favor.
Fresa con frutas, ¿no?
Sí. ¿Y cuánto vale?
40 pesitos el vaso grande y 25 el pequeño.
Okay, pequeño.
Pequeño.
Sí, gracias. Yeah, I'm actually going with the hamaca. That looks better than the fresa, which is strawberry. All right, muchas gracias. All right, there's my hamaca smoothie, I guess you could call it. Let's see how this tastes. Ah, it's delicious. We're now approaching Embarcadero Caltongo. As you can see, this is where all the famous trajineras are located. So I'm looking for the guy who gave me the 400 peso deal. And you're gonna see here in a minute that these trajinera captains can become quite aggressive. So let's cross the street here. Very carefully. Okay, look at all the trajinera boats out there. Wow, a whole fleet. Look at that. Got a lot of cool artwork. There's Jesus. We're coming up on Semana Santa, which is Easter next week. And there's all the trajineras. Wow. As far as the eye can see.
Okay, let's go to the boat.
Hola, amigo.
Hola.
I'm just looking.
Okay.
All right, let's keep going down. Kind of a hazardous area here. Now that one's cool there. Mi lindo Xochimilco. Beautiful Xochimilco. Wow, so many trajineras. All right, I've located the guy. This one here?
Yeah, the last one.
The last one?
Yeah, you need to keep walking to the last one.
Okay, how do I get across?
Walking.
Just walk.
Yeah, walking.
Okay, let's go.
Follow him. ¿Quién es el último, don Juan? No, no. Pero diga, ¿cuál es? ¿Quién está de último?
All right, so we have to walk all the way down, apparently. Vamos. Ooh. Getting some good exercise in. The guy with the cane is faster than me. Okay. Necesito cuidarme. Gracias. Vamos.
La última.
La última, last boat. All right, we've reached our trajinera. All right, we're shoving off. ¿Cómo se llama? Lake Xochimilco, ¿verdad?
¿Vale?
Este es Lake Xochimilco, ¿verdad?
Sí.
Sí, Lake Xochimilco.
Xochimilco.
All right, very cool. It's gonna be a nice, relaxing cruise down one of the most legendary waterways in Mesoamerica. I'm gonna go to the back here so I don't get hit by the oar. That's better. Got some fellow trajineras out there. Some ducks swimming by, family of ducks. Quack, quack. That looks like a mallard duck. These waterways that we're on right now is how the Aztec Empire transported its agricultural produce from Lake Xochimilco, produced by the Chinampas, to Tenochtitlan, the capital of the Aztec Empire. So hopefully we're going to see some Chinampas here soon to give you an idea of how these man-made islands function. Alright, here's Trajinera Caltongo passing by. Looks like a festive group. And as you can see, these are 100% powered by human hands. Alright, we're coming up on a traffic jam. As you can see, it's getting very congested here on the waterways of Xochimilco. But I think we're going to be okay. So keep in mind, guys, when the Spanish conquered the Aztec Empire, they subsequently drained most of the lakes, including Lake Texcoco, because they were wary of flooding. Also, they wanted to create more arable land. So these waterways that we're on right now are the last vestiges of the lake system that made up the Mexican Valley before the Spanish conquered Tenochtitlan, the Aztec Empire, in 1521. Lots of houses dotting the waterways. Wow, very cool. Lots of boats out today, and it's a Thursday. I can imagine what it's like here on the weekends. La Lupita. Okay guys, as you can see, all around us are the Chinampas, the man-made islands that are secured to the lake bed by willow tree roots. So the natives have built houses on these Chinampas. They still grow agricultural products. So this is a very elaborate system that you're looking at right now. And remember, these Chinampas were first built by the Xochimilcas in the 10th century CE. All right, we're coming up on a mariachi band here. They like to play for the locals. All right, if you look here, you can see how the waterways are irrigated, if you will. Right? To water more Chinampas. Very cool. just parked our trajinera, La Morilla Bonita, Viva Mexico. And now we're on a Chinampa. Look at the many cacti species. Variedad de cactus. Many different types of cactus. And let's take a look at this Chinampa in greater detail. Wow, look at this. Very cool. Growing a lot of beautiful flowers. Roses, wow. All right, let's keep going back.
Te espero acá 5 minutos, güero.
5 minutos. Está bien. See what else they got here. Guy told me I only have 5 minutes, and then he takes off without me. Hola, buenas tardes. ¿Tiene chicle? Need some gum. ¿Qué tipo tiene? Y uva, por favor. Okay, we're back at the dock. I had a great time going down the waterways and seeing the Chinampas. So this was definitely an amazing experience. It's really good to come on a weekday, it's less crowded. But if you want a more festive atmosphere, coming on a Saturday or Sunday would accommodate you there. All right, now we're approaching Xochimilco city center, and we have a lot of religious style stores here celebrating the Catholic faith. Lots of Jesus and Mary paraphernalia. Let's take a look at what we got in here. Wow, really cool. Lots of depictions of the Madonna. Jesus on the cross. In Mexico, they call Mary the Lady of Guadalupe. You'll hear that a lot. Okay guys, I just bought a San Cristobal medallion. That's St. Christopher, as you can see here. St. Christopher is the patron saint of travelers. So the story is that he used to help people cross a river, and one day he was carrying a baby, and the baby felt heavier and heavier and heavier, and then the baby announced himself as the baby Jesus, carrying the weight of the world on his shoulders. So that's the story behind San Cristobal, or St. Christopher. We're now smack dab at Xochimilco city center. Very sunny day. Very beautiful day here in Mexico City, Mexico. We got a neat Frida Kahlo themed restaurant here. Might want to check this out. Looks pretty good. Looks traditional Mexicano. Let's see what they offer. Acepta tarjetas. Tarjetas, ¿está bien? You're looking at the iconic pink and white taxis of Mexico City. You'll find these all over the city, and if you're a tourist, be careful about taking one, because some of the drivers are not that reputable, if you will. So Uber and Didi are better options. Okay, the Frida Kahlo themed restaurant did accept credit cards, so let's try this Big Cafe burger. style place. Looks like they got some tasty dishes. Alright, let's go in. Looks traditional. Alright, here we have it. After a long day of touring the canals of Xochimilco, I'm pretty hungry, so I'm going to treat myself to a couple of traditional beef steak tacos with some papa fritas, french fries, and we're going to top it off with some salsa roja, the red sauce you see there. Alright, let's dig in. Alright, fellow nomads, we're making our way back to the dock, so I hope you enjoyed this tour down the waterways of Xochimilco. If you're ever in Mexico City, I would strongly suggest stopping by and taking a ride down the historic waterways. You won't regret it. You're going to have a lot of fun, and you'll experience one of the most historic parts of Mexico City. So my name is Nomad Tom. I'll be posting more content in the future about my journeys throughout the world, so I hope you can join me on future journeys. Until then, take care. Bye-bye.